My name's Peter Sullivan. This is a learning experience that you might do at the start of class quite regularly. It's a communal experience, but it's about recognising numbers. It's about some of the key aspects of addition and subtraction, particularly those aspects which are intuitive. And it's about chorusing numbers that the students say together and keeping them in track. So, for example, we might have a set of numbers that are written on the board, and you can change them as often as you like. So the fundamental step that we might do at year 1, year 2 is to actually read the numbers. So, for example, we might read them together, and the students would say them together as we point. So 15, 23, 47, 12, 26, 28, 11. So the students are actually seeing the symbols, recognising the symbols, saying the number, hearing the number. There's a variety of ways in which they get to experience the number. This also actually helps to introduce the concept of addition. So, for example, we might say that we're going to say the numbers together, but we're going to add 1. So becomes 16, 20. The students are saying this together. I hope that's obvious. So 24, 48, 13, 27, 29, 12. We might even do the same thing, but add 10, for example. So we might, for example, say add 10 to the number 25, 33, 57, 22, 36, 38, 21. And so it gives the students practicing, well, if we're adding 1, we increase the units digit by 1. If we're adding 10, we increase the tens digit by 1. We didn't need to count using our fingers. We're just adding 1 10 in order to do that. Now, of course, the same thing operates with the case of subtraction. So, for example, we might say we're going to take away 1. So 14, 22, 46, 11, 25, 27, 10. Or we might say we're going to take away 10. So in this case, it's 5, 13, 37, 2, 16, 18, 1. And to do that. Now, this can also be used, particularly at year 2, 3, and maybe year 3. So one of the key things about intuitive addition is being able to bridge to the next decade. So in order to bridge to the next decade, now I'm not going to point to the number this time because I'm going to clap. And one of the ways to do it is with these numbers is to say the number that you're required to say, but then clap. One of the advantages of doing that is that it actually keeps the students together. So, for example, if we're bridging to the next decade, the number we're going to add to 15 is 5 because it takes us up to 20. So here we go. So we might say 5, 7, 3, 8, 4, 2, 9. And the students get a bit of a surprise to find that that's now more difficult with 2-digit numbers than it is with single-digit numbers. But we can actually take this one step further. For example, starting to develop some fluency with the mental arithmetic, as we could, for example, add 11. So if we're starting at the top and we add 11, we're going to add 11 and then clap. So the first number is going to be 26. So we're going to say 26, 34, 58, 23, 37, 39, 22. But we might even do the same thing. This is probably more advanced now, is adding 9. So because we want the students to realise you can add 9. You don't have to necessarily bridge the decade and partition the 9. Another strategy is to add the 10 and take away 1. So if they're fluent with adding 10, maybe they could add 9. And so this would become 24, 32, 56, 21, 35, 37, 20. That's hard. to do it in this way. But the students can develop fluency with all those different aspects of addition, and the people can experience it together in an inclusive way. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.